Hi everyone, welcome to this week's energy reading, your free energy reading based on your star sign for the week ahead. The week ahead is Monday the 15th of June to Sunday the 21st of June. At the start of all our readings, I always choose two random crystals. I'm a qualified crystal healer and I work a lot with crystals throughout my daily life. The first crystal I chose at random today, just put my hand in the box and see what I pulled out, was a grey aventurine. So the aventurine, the grey aventurine, it enhances leadership qualities, helps you to make decisions, and it brings in a calm approach. So instead of you taking an irrational approach on life, this brings in a nice sense of calm. Okay. The second one I pulled out is absolutely beautiful, and I don't think you'll be able to appreciate it with the camera, but it's a crazy lace agate. It's got so many it's just so many patterns in it. It's absolutely beautiful. A crazy lace agate brings joy, uplifting, and a positive outlook. It's classed as the stone of happiness, and it just helps you to see things from a more positive point of view. Okay, so any obstacles or challenges you come up with, instead of feeling like it's a brick wall, it helps you to think of solutions and other ways out. Okay, so that's our two crystals for this week ahead. So all those energy of those crystals is being sent to you all this week. Okay. So we're going to start off our readings with Gemini, as that's the star sign we're in at the moment. And we're going to start with the tarot cards. Okay, so for Gemini, we got partnerships and alliances. So when partnerships and alliances comes in, it says stop doing things all on your own. Okay, Gemini, you're quite stubborn and you tend to feel that you can do everything on your own. You don't like to ask for help. And what they're saying is this coming week, it's a time to actually swallow your pride and say, do you know what, I need a hand with this, or asking somebody's advice or someone's opinion. But they're just saying yes, hands of partnership. So you've got the purple there. The purple is your intuition. So it's saying using your intuition, and here's the blue, which is communication. So using your intuition, you'll be able to realize clearly who you can trust when they're reaching out to help you. Okay, your second one out is your power card, and they're saying here, it links in with your first card. It's saying here for Gemini this coming week, you've got your power. So what they're saying here is, there you go, this coming week you're going to have moments where you're going to be feeling old, haggard, weak, drained of energy, and just feeling like, you know what, I can't do this, I haven't got the energy to do it, I give up. Okay, but what your guides are saying is, just remember, there you go, there's your strength. Okay, so saying your energy is very split this coming week between I can do this myself and I can't do this myself. And they're just saying to you, this is where you call in on your hands of partnership. Okay, your alliances, this is where you come in for some help. So this coming week, Gemini, you definitely need some help from other people around you, some other input on some ideas you've got, but you definitely need some other input and some other opinions. Okay, but your third card you've got is light at the end of the tunnel. Absolutely beautiful. Now this card is light at the end of the tunnel. We've also comes in with a showering of coins, so saying that finance is going to be improving for this coming week. Okay, so it's nice and positive, but they're just saying you for when you're having these moments of weakness, just remember there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is going to become very, very clear for you. Okay, so that's for Gemini. Nice positive week there for Gemini. Next up is Cancer. So Cancer, we're going to go with the Unicorn Oracle cards. Okay, so Cancer, your first card out is your definitely yes card. When the definitely yes card comes out, they're saying that there's something you're going to be dealing with this coming week, and the answer is yes, it's a positive outcome. So what they're saying to you here, like your second card, if at first you don't succeed, try again. It's your practice card, and it says the best way to be good at something is to keep on trying. So if you feel that you're not good enough at something, don't give up, you know, because you've got the definite yes card, you've got the positivity card to say that whatever it is you're thinking or dealing with this coming week, it's a positive outcome. You just need to believe in yourself and the process to understand it's going to work out okay. All right, and you got the talk about your feelings card. Talk about your feelings. It's quite simple. It's a very clear message. It's just saying that a problem shared is a problem halved. Okay. So when you talk about your feelings, having somebody else's spin on what you're going through or what you're worried about it can make a whole difference between you suffering in silence and trying to figure things out for yourself, or talking to somebody and I'm saying, well, actually, you know what? I went through similar and this was the outcome. Okay. So again, there's just saying to you, lovely positive outcome, but believe in yourself. Do not give up. Doesn't matter how many times you fail or how many times you don't get the response you want. Don't give up. Okay. But share your problems. Talk about how you think and feel. Okay. Communication is the key. So that's for Cancer. Next is Leo. So for Leo, we're going to go with the overall fortune cards. These are huge. I say this every week, but they are huge cards. I've only got little hands. Oh. And they're all flinging out. Okay. Okay, so for Leo this coming week, now we've got the green card. So green is your heart. It's your heart chakra. It's all your emotions, okay? And they're saying that your intuition is true and accurate. It'll guide you onto a better path. Just be careful who you trust at this time, okay? It's there just to say to you, your intuition is strong, okay? So if you think something's not quite right, then trust that gut feeling. But what they're saying here is, don't let people mess around with your emotions, okay? If you're set on your emotions, then nobody else can come in to manipulate them. So just be strong in what you think and what you feel, and trust that gut feeling at all times, okay? But your intuition is going to guide you onto a better path. So it's just saying here that, especially when it comes to matters of emotions and the heart, don't be afraid to let go of things from your past. Don't let somebody have emotional anchors into your heart to keep on not emotionally blackmailing you, but emotionally draining you, okay? And there, Leo, the lion, and you've got the lion. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. So what they're saying here is, with your intuition, whatever you're feeling with your intuition, charge ahead confidently and you will emerge victorious, okay? So it's just saying, remember your strength. It's okay to feel low. It's okay to feel weak sometimes and well, feeling sorry for yourself maybe. But what they're saying to you is, don't forget who you are. You're this lovely, powerful lion. And they're just saying to you, charge ahead confidently, find your strength, okay? Your next one out is a mountain. And they're saying to you, know that you're safe and protected at all times. So your guides have got your back. But the beauty of it with a mountain is, the mountain is only as big as you want it to be, okay? It's like our problems are only as big as we want them to be. So when you're sitting there and your shoulders are hunched and you're slunched forward because you're just thinking to yourself, do you know what, life's a bit crap right now, what they're saying to you is that mountain there looks absolutely huge in front of you and you're thinking, do you know, how am I ever going to get over that mountain to see what's on the other side? What they're saying here is, Leo, the lion, strength, determination, willpower, stamina. They're saying to you, come on, find out who you truly are, straighten up your back, shoulders back, and all of a sudden that mountain you can see over the top. Because when you stand up straight, and you stand up tall, and you stand your ground, you actually can peek over the top of the mountain, which is nowhere near as big as what you originally thought. Okay, so they're saying here for Leo this coming week, you've got some hurdles to overcome, and they're emotional hurdles. But once you get over the emotional hurdles, then you can start living your life and be happy. Okay, so that's for Leo. Next up is Virgo. So Virgo, we're going to go with the unicorns. That's twice the unicorns have jumped out in the last couple of readings. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so first of all, okay, so Virgo, you will know in the morning. So what they're saying here is, stop going to sleep on a million thoughts. For many of you Virgos this coming week, your sleep pattern is going to be off unless you start releasing what your thoughts are before you go to bed, okay? So what they're saying here is, you're worrying too much over things. You're judge, jury and executioner on all situations in your life before you even start. So what they're saying to you is, stop stressing. Have some faith in your gut feelings, your intuition. Have faith in your guides for bringing you a positive outcome, the right outcome for you. And the outcome might not be what you want it to be, but your guides will always bring you what you need, okay? Just remember, they've always got your back. But on this one, they're just saying to you, put your asks up to your guides before you go to sleep at night. Do a meditation to clear your mind. Just in your mind, just put up and just say, okay, I'm asking all my angels and my guides to take away all my worries tonight. Okay, and then when you wake up in the morning, you'll actually have a clearer outlook. The best way to describe this, how many of you when you were younger did a jigsaw puzzle? You would look at that puzzle all night and you couldn't find where this one piece would go. You'd go to sleep, you'd wake up in the morning, and that piece would be slotted in straight away. Easy, no problems whatsoever. Because sometimes you can dwell too much on an issue. When you dwell too much on the issue, your judgment is clouded, you'll never see the answer. Okay, so they're just saying to you, go to bed with a clear mind. Listen to your true feelings. So this is about your intuition. Got a lot of cards were saying that the intuition's really strong this coming week on pretty much, well, definitely the first 3 star signs we've done. They're just saying to you, trust your inner feelings. You know, how do you feel deep inside? Because this is also something that's clouding your judgment. It's almost like you're trying to make something fit because it makes everybody else happy. And you've got to start doing what makes you happy. Because the one thing that's missing in your life, Virgo, lately is laughter. Okay, when was the last time you had a real good laugh, a real good belly laugh? And they're just saying here that for Virgo this coming week, they're saying to you, you need to find the reasons to laugh. Okay, when you find the reasons to laugh, nothing seems quite as bad as what you originally thought it was, which then takes away your stress before you go to sleep, which then lets you sleep better, which makes you think clearer. So when you wake up refreshed in the morning, you can trust your intuition and know exactly what you need to be doing. Okay. That was a bit of a long-winded one there for Virgo, but I just needed to explain. So next up is Libra. So Libra, we're going to go with our animal guides. Okay. How I choose the cards is I shuffle them and they present themselves to me. They pop out, they fling out, or they just let themselves be known. So Libra, you've actually got 4 that have come out. So your first one is the blue heron. The blue heron, blue is your throat chakra. It resonates with your throat chakra, which is communication. And they're saying here, time to make a stand for what you believe in is right, despite judgment or disapproval from others. Okay, so what they're saying here, Libra, is using tact and decorum. Time to speak your mind. If something's going on that you're not happy with it, you need to talk about it. You need to say, do you know what, that's not right, or I can't put up with this anymore, or something needs to change. What they're saying here is time for you to stand tall and say, I'm not happy with this, without worrying about the outcome or the judgment from others. Okay, it's going to be a weight lifted off your shoulders. Because your next one out is your tortoise. And this is the tortoise. The tortoise shell is fragmented. So what they're saying here is you're giving too much of yourself to the wrong people. Okay, and this is what's caused this problem here, because you're giving too much to make other people happy, to protect other people around you, to keep them safe, to keep them happy. You've left yourself completely vulnerable, and they're saying to you, time for you to pull it back. Okay, you've got the weasel, and the weasel says time for you to pay attention to how you think. It's time to tune into your senses, not just your intuition. What do you think? What do you see? What do you sense? You know, if you're in a situation where something doesn't quite feel right, then something isn't quite right. And they're just saying to you, just tune in to how you feel around situations. And that's going to help you to actually make a lot of strong decisions this coming week. And there's your next card. Now, you've seen the way I've chosen these cards, and there's no coincidences when it comes to pulling tarot cards and oracle cards. But you've got the polar bear, and I'm going to read you the message off the bottom, because bear in mind, I've just told you the blue heron is stand up for what you believe in is right. The polar bear is saying stand up for yourself and speak the truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. So the fact that that was your extra card that's come out, which has totally reinforced the first card that came out, they're saying this coming week for you, Libra, time for you to stand your ground. Do not back down, and you've got to say what's on your mind. Okay? So it's going to be a tough one, but the outcome is going to be positive, because you're going to feel empowered simply by telling somebody or some people exactly what you think is right and wrong. Okay? So that's for Libra. Next is Scorpio. So Scorpio, we're going to go with the emotion cards. Emotion cards. These cards were actually designed and created by one of my customers at the shop, Heavenly Treasures in Cannock. and she brought them in to ask if I was interested in selling any, and what better way to promote them by using them myself, and they're very good cards. Okay, so for Scorpio, okay, so right, let's have a look. Okay, we got childhood issues. What they're saying here is for Scorpio, you're holding on to stuff from your past. It's all well and good to hold on to memories from your past if they're good, but if they're memories that are controlling you, controlling your emotions, and making you feel sad, they've got no place in your future. Okay, so they're saying here, childhood issues, leave them behind. There's go onto YouTube and type in meditation to release old memories. Okay, to break free. There's lots of different ways you can word it, but basically you need to be doing a releasing blockages, because what's happening here is you've got past issues from your childhood which are coming in. There's triggers in your life now that are making these issues come to light. Okay, these issues you're pulling forward are actually creating a blockage in your future path. So what they're saying here is either address these issues or release them, one of the two. Okay, you've got the Lovers card, and they're saying as well that these issues, and this is for Scorpio, these issues that you're going through, they're affecting your love life. Okay, so whether it's because you've made wrong choices when you were younger and they're affecting your choices you're making in life now, whether it's something you're holding on to, or guilt or trauma from your childhood or your past. I'm saying childhood, but it could be anything in your past, you know. This could be anything up to 18, 19, 24, 25. But what they're saying here is these are issues that, because the child is presenting, they're issues that make you feel vulnerable. When you feel vulnerable, it stops you making right choices, and it creates blockages in your love life and your relationships now. Okay, so what they're saying here is whatever issues you've carried through for God knows how many years that are making you feel vulnerable, they are stopping you from moving forward in your life positively. Okay, your next card was repetition, which is just validating what I've just said, because repetition means the same old, same old. It seems to be the same patterned behaviour. You seem to be doing the same things over and over again. And then you're like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? The reason why it's happening to you is because you won't let go of the past. Okay, so you definitely, if any of you need me to talk you through what you need to do, drop me a message on the shop page or on the YouTube channel, whichever, and I can guide you through this. Okay, but YouTube, meditations for releasing old pain. Okay, and it's just going to help you get rid of whatever it is you're dragging around with you. Okay, so this coming week, Scorpio, is going to be a tough emotional week for you, but there's stuff you need to be doing that you should have done a long time ago in releasing old demons. Okay, next up is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, we're going to go with the Goddess cards. Okay, so Sagittarius, first of all, you've got divine passion. Your divine passion is saying to you, time for you to be honest with yourself and what your heart's true desire. What do you truly want? Okay, and when you decide what you truly want, then you need to say, okay, how am I going to get it? Because nothing is out of your reach. It all depends on how much you want it. Okay, and if it's an idea, if it's an idealism of something like, oh, I really want everlasting love, how are you going to get it? You don't need to pinpoint it to a particular person or a particular event or a particular object. What they're saying to you is, in your ideal world, what is it that your heart's true desire is? And then how are you going to get it? Okay? And then step by step, work through the steps to achieve what you want. Okay? You've got your inner goddess. Your inner goddess card just says, awaken the goddess within you. So whether you're male or female, we've all got feminine energy. We've all got this emotional side to us. And that emotional side is actually really powerful. As much as it makes us feel vulnerable sometimes, it can also bring in a real strength and a real power. And they're just saying here, start appreciating your divinity, start appreciating your gut feelings, your intuition, start appreciating the feelings of knowing exactly what you want in life. Once you start realizing, I want this, that passion, that manifestation, that desire is going to manifest, and then you're going to start feeling empowered. But it's a nice empowerment. It's It's almost like an achievement, a contentment to say, do you know what, I know what I want, and now I know I am capable of achieving it. Okay, because the trouble we got for you Sagittarius at the moment is you hit down at one hurdle and you just think, I'm a failure, I've done something wrong again. And you haven't done anything wrong, you've just picked wrong choices, or you've gone down wrong avenues. So your next one is Diana. It's your focused intention, and as you can see, she's got a bow and arrow. And what it's saying is keep your unwavering thoughts and attentions and feelings focused on your target and do not lose sight of it. Okay, so what they're saying here is whatever it is that you want to achieve, you will make it. Whether you want to start your own business, focus, you will do it. Whether you want to launch a product, focus, you will do it. Whether you want to be in a loving relationship, focus, you will do it. Okay, you're very strong, you're very powerful. You just need to believe in yourself a lot more. Okay, so that's for Sagittarius. Next up is Capricorn. Capricorn, we're going to go for Archangel Michael. There you go. Okay, so this coming week we've got an awful lot about intuition, trusting your intuition, and this is following through into Capricorn also, because your third card out, even though we're reading it backwards, is energy healing. And as you can see, all that energy radiating, they're saying to you, you need to be trusting your intuition more. Okay, that's your gut feeling is going to be very strong this coming week. Now your first card out is have confidence. Stop doubting yourselves. If you think something's a good idea, it's a great idea, go for it. The fact that you've thought about it means that it's there for a reason. The seed has been planted. So you're the one that's got the ability to grow it, to nurture it, for it to grow into whatever you want it to grow into. But you've got confidence. You have to have confidence in yourself. Okay. So what they're saying here for Capricorn this coming week is manifesting your abilities, your strength, and your ideas. Your next card out is shield yourself. Now what they're saying is when you become confident, not everybody's happy for you. When your shield yourself card comes in, it comes in to say that you need to create this bubble. Just imagine a bubble round from your head right round to your feet, and a huge bubble wrapped around you. And in your mind, you just say, to my guides, to my angels, please protect me from negative energies and entities. And what this stops, it stops everybody else's negative energy from draining the life out of you. You'll still listen to it, you'll still hear it, you'll still see it, you'll still feel it, but you will not absorb it. So you won't be drained by it, okay? So this is something you need to be doing. Because when the shield yourself card comes in, it's saying here that it's almost like somebody's trying to sabotage your path ahead. But by shielding yourself off and not taking on board their negative comments, they won't be able to sabotage what you're starting to believe in yourself for. Okay, doesn't make them bad people, just means some people don't want you to move forward, because by moving forward they're afraid you're going to leave them behind. Okay, and then you've got your energy healing work, and what it's saying here is, again, trusting your intuition. So like we just said at the start of this one, you know, that lovely energy literally vibrating out of your whole body. It's saying there, you know, trust it. Your senses are going to be heightened this coming week, Capricorn, so you need to be trusting yourself every step of the way. Okay, if your first thought is left or right and your first thought is go left, then go left. Even if go right seems a quicker option, you must trust your first thoughts that come. Okay, so that's for Capricorn. So next is Aquarius. Aquarius, we're going to go with tarot cards. Okay, so tarot cards. First of all, you've got rest and rejuvenation. So for Aquarius out there, you need to take time to rest. Okay, rest and rejuvenate. And they're saying to you, you've been working very hard, so now you just need to take some you time, okay, and learn to switch off. It's a lovely card. It's really positive. Connection to nature. Take some walks out in nature. If you live in where we are, up Cannock Chase, absolutely beautiful. You couldn't get any closer to nature if you tried. But woodlands, greenlands, parks, fields, but they're saying to you, connect to nature and feel that tranquility flowing through you. Okay, you've had I would say a very busy time lately and a very tough time lately, an emotional time also, and they're just saying you're time to recharge your batteries. Okay, Next out is prosperity. Absolutely lovely. So this tree here, this tree is a peach tree. And there's your peach, and as you can see, it's deep-seated roots. And it's a fruit. It's a tree bearing fruit, which means it's a fruitful tree. Hands of partnership, deep-seated roots is saying to you, the seed has been planted. What you're going through, you're going to become huge, absolutely huge, in your abilities and what your dreams and desires are. Okay, and this is your hands of partnership. This is not something you're doing on your own. You've got strong alliances. You've got strong oh, I can't think of the word of it, friendships and alliances. But the bonds are very, very strong and deep-seated. So what they're saying is they're solid, they're strong, and they're with you every step of the way, okay? And they're the ones that's going to help you create your lovely empire, okay? You've got emotional withdrawal. I find this a lot when I'm reading cards for anybody. When you've got success, there's always somebody that's not happy. Okay, we just got to take it on the chin and just say, do you know what, it happens all the time, to be honest. But as you can see, you got your energy being drained there, and they're just saying to you here, emotional withdrawal. Put that bubble of protection around you to not be zapped of energy by people that want to be party poopers that say to you, oh, but this and that and all the others. It's jealousy and envy. Okay, the jealousy and envy around you, you just need to shield yourself off from it. Okay, because some people sadly don't like to see others doing well. Okay, so you know who they are because your intuition will be screaming out at you this coming week, but they're just saying to you, put that bubble around you so you can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it, but you do not absorb it. Okay, don't be taking the negative comments on board. Okay, so that's for Aquarius. Next is Pisces. So Pisces, we're going to go with the fortune cards. Okay, right, so Pisces is coming week. You need to be on your guard, okay? So first of all, you've got, be careful who you trust at this time. It's the chameleon, and the chameleon changes their appearance to blend in. So basically, they tell you what they want you to hear just to get you on side, or just to get you to do what they want you to do, okay? So they're just saying to you, just be careful, you know, don't shut out your intuition. Be careful who you trust at this time, because your next card out is a double whammy. It's the devil in disguise, and they're just saying to you that there's somebody is presenting themselves as something they're not in order to get something from you. Okay, bit of a harsh one. Sorry, Pisces. You know, I don't really want to be a bit of a negative person today, but yes, you've got two together. So this is coming in as a real warning for you that this coming week there's somebody that's taking too much from you. Whether it's your time, whether it's your energy, whether it's your emotions, whatever it is, there's somebody that is taking too much from you this coming week. Use your intuition, and it's saying to you, take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. Okay, so don't be blinded to people that are portraying themselves as doing you a favour when they're not. Okay, not all doom and gloom, because your third card out is the Sun. It's absolutely lovely, really nice card. One of the luckiest cards to have in the overall fortune deck. It's the Sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So what they're saying to you, as much as you've got this going on here, somebody not to be trusted, here you've got things are going to work out well, as long as you open your heart to something, okay? Because green is your heart chakra. It's all to do with your emotions. Yellow is your happiness. It's your sunflower. And they're saying to you, stop denying yourself happiness and love because you're too exhausted to do anything about it. Okay, the Sun is there to say the sun is shining. It's shining down on you. Look at all these lovely guides. It's an absolutely beautiful positive card to say that your sunshine is coming in. So as much as you've got two negatives there, you've got this lovely final outcome card, which is positive. Okay, but just remember, you're in charge and you're in control. So people can only take advantage of you if you allow them to. Okay, so that's for Pisces. So next is Aries. So Aries, we're going to go Archangel Michael. So I'm Aries. I always get quite excited on a Sunday when I pull my own cards out to see what's coming for me the following week. Okay, so for Aries, first of all, we got new beginnings and a fresh start. So this is quite apt. This is quite apt for me because I start back to work at the shop tomorrow. So it is new beginnings and it is a fresh start, as many businesses and shops are reopening up on Monday and tomorrow. And yeah, so, but it's in all aspects. It's not just for the fact that lockdown is being lifted, but it's just saying to you, new beginnings and a fresh start. Okay, so what they're saying here is wipe the slate clean and start again. And then you've got the Innocence card. When the Innocence card comes in, it says, stop beating yourself up, Aries. Everything that goes on, although it seems like everything in your life doesn't seem to go the way you want it to on times, they're saying to you, you're an innocent person. So just because things aren't going the way you want them to, it doesn't mean to say something wrong with you. So stop beating yourself up. Because Aries, as much as you are stubborn, determined, always right, and yeah, we are very critical of ourselves. So if something does go wrong, we see it as a failure on us, as opposed to the fact it's a failure on somebody else. Okay, so they're saying here, you're the innocent party in whatever's going on. So stop feeling like things are not working out the way you wanted them to because you've done something wrong. However, you do have a favourable outcome, because sometimes when you make new beginnings and a fresh start, that is just what's needed to let whoever's making you feel like something's your fault step up the mark to sort of say, hang on a minute, you know, let's work things out. And we got a favourable outcome. It's lovely. And when the favourable outcome card comes in two ways. So it's about bringing the balance into your life, okay? So it's saying to you that whatever you've got going on, whatever you've got that's on the brink, so whether it's a relationship that's kind of on the brink, which way is it going to go? It's a favourable outcome. If it's something legal coming up, it's a favourable outcome. Whatever it is that's going on, if it's a job coming up, it's a favourable outcome. So the fantastic news for Aries this week is whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is that's in unbalanced, you've got a favourable outcome. Okay, so manifestation, positive thoughts. Aries, if you think it's going to be fantastic, it's going to be fantastic. So last but not least, we've got Taurus. Now for Taurus, I'm going to use the tarot cards. Okay, I'm going to pull another one for Taurus just because the third card, the third card that's come out is not a very nice card, and I don't like it when we end a reading on a not nice card. So I've just pulled an extra one just to give us a little bit more clarity on it. Anyway, your first card out is victory and success. This is for Taurus for the coming week. Victory and success means that whatever you're venturing, it's victorious. You're going to be blowing your own trumpet. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, got a lot of changes coming in this coming week. We've got the foundations card, foundations and achievements. Now, first of all, we'll point out the rainbow. Rainbows always come in after a storm. So what they're saying for Taurus is you've weathered the storm and you've come out the other side and you've got your rainbow. Okay, we've also got, this is obviously going to apply to different Taurus in different areas of your lives at the moment, but we've got a change in living conditions, either someone moving out, someone moving in, or a new home. For those that doesn't apply to, we've got colleges, courses, exams, certificates. We've got achievements of some sort coming in. So whether you're signing up to a course of some sort, or you've done a course and you're waiting for some certificates to come through, they're saying to you is foundations and achievements. Okay, so you've got lots of positive structured achievements coming through this coming week. Okay, so your third card out was disruption. Now the disruption card is, as you can see, the hands are tied. So what this card means is there's something going on this week for you, Taurus, that it's not your issue. There's nothing you can do about it. It affects your life because it's in your spread, but there's nothing you can do about it, which means it's somebody else's issue. Okay, your hands are tied to the outcome because it's somebody else's choice as to what the outcome will be. So I've asked for a little bit extra on it, and they've given us the shadow card, which is saying that whatever this issue is for Taurus this coming week, it's something from your past. It's repetitive behavior. It's something from your past representing itself. Okay, so what they're saying here is, in order to sort this out, you need to be delving in and making some changes, because if you do as you always did, you're going to get as you always got. And what they're saying here is whatever this issue is, it's something that's happened before in your past. It's not the first time, it's familiar ground, okay? So even though it's not your issue, it's an issue that you're allowing to happen over and over and over again. So what they're saying here is, you remember your victory card at the front. They're saying you don't lose sight of that when it comes to the issues you're dealing with at the end. Okay, so a little bit of a tough week for Taurus, but it is definitely achievable to overcome the negative that's coming in simply by remembering your strength from the positives that was there at the start of the week. Okay, that's the beauty of our cards, because even when we've got something negative coming into our lives, we have got positive ways of dealing with things. Okay, so very often if we can't change the situation we're in, we can always change how we deal with that. Okay, so that's everybody's readings done for this week. I hope it's given some people some help and guidance. Our shop, Heavenly Treasures in Cannock, is open again tomorrow. I did say that these weekly readings were going to be done just throughout lockdown, but I will be honest with you, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoy doing them. I love the feedback I get from everybody, so I will still be doing them. So I shall see you next Sunday. Unless I see you in the shop this week. Have a lovely week, everybody, and take care. Bye bye.